Awez, and today we're reacting to the streaming bubble finally burst. Maybe it's just because it was very hyped at that time, making it seem that streaming is really going up the way people would think. But no, we actually finding out that no, there's a peak, now it's coming back down. It doesn't mean streaming is not growing. Of course not growing, especially with people like me that's trying to get into it. There's gonna be more people that's gonna want to watch more streaming. But right now, it's not at the growth that a lot of people think would happen. So without further ado, comment, like, subscribe, and listen.
I've never seen this much dick pulling in my life. I've never seen so much fake competition in my life, bro. And that's what realistically ruined this shit.
Like a month and a half ago, I stopped IRL streaming as much, and I know a lot of y'all have noticed that. I haven't had much energy in my streams necessarily, and I kind of just kept streaming because I just wanted to, I never wanted to take a break. And then not to mention, I'm not gonna lie, I feel burnt out.
I've seen Ron go from loving streaming so much to his passion slowly going away.
Bro, I just don't know what to do with this shit anymore, bro. This shit just don't feel the same, bro. What do I do, bro? I'm so lost. Chat, I'm gonna see y'all later, bro. I gotta take some time to myself.
Are you okay, man?
Nah, bro, come on, bro. I'm chilling. I'm just listening to y'all convo. But
I think what's the problem is now these people really made streaming into their life. Like, I'm not saying that they made money out of streaming. Of course they made money out of streaming, bro. These OKs made like thousands of dollars, you know what I'm saying, if not millions of dollars just from streaming. I think the problem is that they didn't have a good work-life balance. You know what I'm saying? They went all hard, full hard every single time because the money was coming in. You know what I'm saying? When the money's coming in, hey, it's really hard to just step away. I know I'm gonna probably be in the same situation. The money's not even coming in right now for me, but I'm also on some like, yo, go hard, go hard, go hard, go hard. Which gets days where I am like how these niggas are feeling. I don't know what am I doing with my life. Why am I even continuing? And I remember that, hey, oh, bro, you're going to get Zuck out of this. You know what I'm saying? You're going to get a lot of benefits out of this. Just stay in your ish and keep on grinding. But that's why I also do have like a work-life balance. I got family, I got friends, I got people that are not in this industry that are just chill-ass niggas. Then they just talk about their problems and I talk about my problems and we just chilling, you know what I'm saying? Then we get drunk, you know what I'm saying? We meet girls. It's that type of thing. Like, treat it like a normal life. Like, have a normal life. Yes, you don't get normal expectations like everybody else, but you're still a normal person. You know what I'm saying? The streaming does not make you any type of special person, dog. I'll be honest with you. And maybe if you can handle that shit, you can handle it. You know what I'm saying? But like, have some work-life balance.
I dare you. Dude gotta leave. I'm not gonna lie.
See, I'm already happy.
So I'm gonna hit y'all later, alright?
Alright, bro.
Alright.
Alright, bro.
Views is down.
Elephant in the room. Everybody, you can't pull up a nigga right now and his shit ain't cranking like it was last month, nigga. It is what the fuck it is, nigga.
It's kind of crazy how I can't even control shit on my own fucking stream. I can't control nothing.
Coming into 2025, everyone and their mama thought that streaming was the way to go. It was the means to create content to a wider audience, farm money, and do honestly some of the dopest things in the world. Celebrities were getting into it, athletes were getting into it, politicians were getting into it, and it just seemed like streaming would be a staple for years to come. But then something happened. When everyone flocked to this medium of creating content, it started to create a bubble, and eventually that bubble would have to burst. And to be honest with you, I think that we are there. And with that bursting reveals the unintended consequences of streaming being this gold mine type rush. There's been a view epidemic, streams are getting crazy expensive and out of control, people can't have private lives anymore, and ultimately being on live 24/7 is not.
My bad, guys. Forgot to turn this notifications off. Just put the shit on silence. No more disturbances from us. Hold up. Amen. Find out. Okay.
Something that people can handle. Hell, the child stars of past have shown us that before. I'm here to talk about the state of streaming in 2025 and going forward. And to be honest with you, it's not looking good. In 2024, we saw a boom in the streaming economy. We saw the rise of the FaZe clan. We saw the rise of different members of AMP. Mafiathon 2 went off without a hitch. The FaZe Subathon went off without a hitch. And everyone and their mother flocked to streaming, which meant that the only next logical step going into 2025 was to stream more, right? But we quickly found out that that is not something that is sustainable for the whole ecosystem, for the whole environment. It can't handle everybody flocking to streaming for a plethora of different reasons. I think the first thing that had a lot of people skewed as to the realities of what streaming can and can't be is Streamer University. It happened earlier this year, and people thought that it was a great idea. And to be honest with you, it was. It introduced a whole different subsection of streamers to the information pool that we all can look at and consume. But it definitely had some unintended consequences. It made everyone feel like they had to spend a shit ton of money in order to get their streams off. And streamers found out quick, fast, in a hurry the first problem with this mass streaming movement is that streaming is an expensive venture.
The Love Show. This is something that I'm spending a lot of money. Like I'm contemplating selling a watch in order to invest in this. Like this is the most expensive shit I ever paid for. Nigga, I'm spending a house on what I'm doing. You feel me?
Y'all know how expensive it is to keep up with content creation? You could get a 10K check from Twitch. What the fuck is a 10K check when you gotta spend 5K on trips just to travel, $500 on setup shit, $2,000 on your rent, $200 on Wi-Fi, $200 on IRL toolkit, you gotta pay the clippers, pay a YouTube editor. Chat, I don't think y'all realizing I be going in the negative.
I think what a lot of people saw from people like Kai Cenat or any of the people.
I get, but here's the thing though. Again, guys, here's the thing. Nah, this thing works. The problem is that you can't handle your money, guys. You can't handle your money. You're not looking at your finances right. You're not putting them in the right places, bro. Hey, yo, if you cannot travel, don't travel. Spend all that time in doing maybe reactions, doing other things that stay in the house. You don't need to go outside. You know what I'm saying? You really don't.
From FaZe is that spending money for streaming, putting money back into your content is seemingly a worthwhile investment. But I think what a lot of people underestimated is the fact that they have a lot of equity built into the content creation game, where then when they do these ventures, they can see the returns, they see the benefits, and they are reaping the rewards of it. They have sat there at their computers and desks and built sweat equity with a community that is willing to support them no matter if they spend money or don't spend money. So it makes sense for them to go out and buy the Samsung phones all the way up to the $30,000 backpacks. It makes sense for them to invest in a trip into Six Flags, their local theme park, or go across the country to Japan. But a lot of the new streamers hopped into this lane and it didn't ultimately pop off because they put money into it without building up that community aspect. There's a lot of big streams that went off this year that did not go as planned, as told by leaders of the community or just what we see. Hell, what happened to a lot of the streamers from Streamer U, Streamer Prom, the Are You My Ball show, or that other love show that Blackboy Max and them put on? And even if you ask DDG what his thoughts on what the outcome of the love show might be, it didn't go so well. It didn't do what he thought it would do.
Every dollar I made this month plus more is going into that motherfucker. And it's only a week long. If I don't average like 40, 50, I think finale I might touch 100 Diddy or like a 150 piece.
Now I did think I would have touched 100,000 though.
Just because you spend money doesn't mean that you're inherently going to get into the views, which brings me to the next issue. View botting got out of hand in 2025. Now, for those of you who don't know what view botting is, it's when people, whoever the entity is, pays for bots to inflate numbers on a person's channel. It could be on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, but for this specific purpose, we're talking about Twitch. And as XQC and Twitch exposed, there have been a lot of people who have been view botting on this platform. This only got sniffed out after Twitch dropped its view bot crackdown, and honestly, it worked better than a lot of people anticipated. Viewership on Twitch is down wholeheartedly.
Apparently, the overall viewership on Twitch went down as much as 24% compared to last week, with many big streamers suddenly losing thousands of viewers. Not just big streamers, streamers of all shapes and sizes lost tons and tons of viewers, like across the board.
Now, in hindsight, it does make a lot of sense. There was times last year where there were platforms like Kick, Rumble, and Twitch where viewership was 100,000 viewers for like 6 to 7 to 8 streamers on every single platform at any given time. And to be honest with you, that was just to inflate things so people could get their advertising dollars and create this bubble that we're in now. And at some point, somebody was gonna have to sniff it out. I mean, it was literally not making any sense. And I do want to offer another POV in the conversation though, because I don't think it's all bots.
Everybody on this bitch, views is down. Elephant in the room. Everybody, you can't pull up a nigga right now and his shit ain't
it ain't cranking like it was last month, nigga. It is what the fuck it is, nigga.
Niggas are paying for me not to have viewers. I never had 250 viewers before, not even starting Twitch. Even when I wasn't even a Twitcher and I started, I never even had this many viewers.
While there are things like Mafia-thon or other big streaming events that can occupy, you know, some of that cross-audience viewership over the course of the year, I think that there's a level of viewer fatigue that is not being talked about. And that just simply means that viewers are tired of watching the same things over and over again. The same streams with the girls, the same IRL streams where nothing is really happening, the same streams where nobody's really being creative. To be honest with you, Twitch has a copycat problem right now and nobody's talking about it.
I think streaming right now, I ain't want to say nothing because everything, like, I feel like it's so much shit going on that it almost feel like nothing going on in a weird way. I don't know how to explain it, bro. I have a bad way with certain things. I just know, like, it's the feeling that I'm trying to portray. Everybody trying to do everything, and I'm not trying to be like nobody. I'm trying to make sure I be like myself.
And it's not to the point of like, hey, everybody's doing the same reaction content and the same reactions, playing the same games. I think that has always existed. But literally everybody is doing the big Tokyo trip, or everybody's doing some rendition of a love show, or bringing some sort of girl on, or whatever the case may be, and having the same exact reaction.
Hold up. So guys, Owens, talking to the Owens right now, right? What you think that should be done right now? Know what I'm saying? What do you think the streamers should actually, you know, do to actually change the shit up? Like, to actually make it much more interesting, or to actually just use their mondo for a minute. Just use their brain. Now, of course, I'm not saying this in a way where... Snap, what am I saying? Shit, I forgot. But, right? Like, what do you all think should be done? Right? What do you all think? And for the people that don't really like streaming or don't even watch streaming, don't really care about this whole video per se, they just came to see me react to something. Thank you. How are you doing? Leckers? But yeah, bro. What do you all think? This is being a weird reaction. Let me carry on watching.
As everyone else, nobody's doing anything new. Nobody's doing anything.
It was like kind of thing. Like, you want to say something, but you
or
forget what you wanted to
behind
say.
it. They're having the same exact reactions and it's just the same. It's literally just the same exact stuff over and over and over again. Another big issue that I have with streaming now is because of this always on nature. You don't even have time to yourself in order to handle personal effects or not live moments on the internet. I've talked about it in my Blackboy Max video. It's tough that these kids are growing up in real time in front of cameras because some of this stuff is not for public consumption. I've seen issues and incidences this year in 2025 where I thought to myself, hey, it'd probably be best if you just cut the camera off.
Some family, you know, tragedies and shit. Just shit like when my mama live out, you know, some you know, somebody passed, I ain't gonna say who and shit, but
stop. Just two. I got my elbow up. Now we gotta clip this.
But here's the thing too, now. They really allow this thing to happen because they get streams, they get views, they get money. It's like being televised to show your worst parts. Think of Big Brother, all these other things where people would never normally do this thing or never show it in front of public. But just because there's a camera and they get incentivized to actually show these parts, they will show it. You know what I'm saying? They will show that, hey, oh, I'm actually, you know, I'm actually a 304. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm actually going crazy with the ding dongs. You know, I'm all like, from the dude's perspective, yo, I'm actually an asshole. Yo, I go crazy with the girls. Oh, I go crazy with them, man. I'm actually an asshole. I'm evil. You know what I'm saying? It's like, everybody has a little bit of that in them, but it's not to the point where it's exaggerated to that point, right? And when you're incentivized to actually be showing these type of emotions, to be showing these type of things, you will actually do them. I mean, you allow a lot of, I wouldn't say a lot of suspect, but you allow a lot of things that you wouldn't show outside. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody is, in my opinion, is probably a 304 and deep inside their heart. But they don't show it. But when you put a camera in them and you say, hey, I'll pay you if you're going to show that you're a 304. I'm willing to show they're a 304. Shit, you don't even need to pay them. Just giving them a camera. You know what I'm saying? It's that kind of thing.
Go take that bullshit off.
This is short.
I'll take it off.
No.
No, Jay.
No, you're not gonna fuck up my outfit. I'm
Go take that shit
sorry.
off.
No.
Then you're not coming. You're not wearing that shit with a rip on your booty cheek.
That's how it came.
Well, you're not wearing that with me. And don't try to emasculate me on camera. Either you take it off or you get the fuck out of my house. That's how I'm moving. Who the fuck do you think you are? What, a rip on your booty cheek? Nigga, that's some shit you wear when you single. You don't wear that around me, man.
Just a couple weeks ago, Quinn Blackwell made a comment about streaming being digital slavery. And while I don't agree with the verbiage because slavery has meaning and connotation, there were some things that a lot of people took from that actually had some value to it.
I have always said the biggest influencer will be somebody who gives their life to the internet. And that's what streaming is. And I respect it down. I think they are the Don Julios of internet creators. Would I ever do it again? No. Because it gives a sort of digital slavery vibe to me.
Streaming in 2025 is now this thing where you have to be online all the time at the mercy of your chat. Your emotions and your feelings don't matter. It's just go, 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 go. We don't even realize that these people have been living their entire lives in front of a camera and they don't have a time to get an emotional break. Now, I know what somebody's going to say in the comment section is that, hey, this is self-inflicted. This is something that they brought upon themselves. For sure. I can honestly say that. They can start to do different things or whatever the case may be, and they're making a lot of money, whatever the case may be. Listen, I'm coming from a human aspect. It's not healthy to be on camera 24/7 like this. And this is why you're seeing a lot of people have these mental breakdowns when it comes to streaming now.
I've streamed 200 plus hours every single month. I just did a 4-day marathon and then streamed 13 hours a day with 0 breaks.
Guys, I am a loser. I don't do shit except sit on my couch and study shit and plan shit in my free time. I don't talk to people. It's bad. I'm gonna change that.
I'm gonna just keep it a buck. I came home, bro. I just cried on my couch, bro. Like, I cried on my couch. I'm like, damn, bro. Like, I don't even have nobody, bro. Who do I have? I push everybody in my life away. I don't talk to my parents. I'm out here in LA. Like, yeah, I got my cousin, but it's like, damn, bro. Like, what am I even doing this for?
Naturally, you're going to be burned out. I mean, we're always on camera 24/7 and at the mercy of our chats. I didn't even talk about this in this video, but it dawned across me as I was doing research. I remember that time where like Senna, Valkyrie, and Extra Emily got harassed at the park by the dude. And then for whatever reason, they had to come on stream the next day to explain what happened.
He kept running and trying to get something out of his pocket. And like I said, like, you guys, when that clip cuts off, like, we had to run into a store screaming that somebody was going to kill us so that somebody would step in and let us in the back.
Like, what kind of weird ass world do we live in that streamers have to get online and justify this?
Yeah, and explain themselves like that, bro. Man, the power of money, guys. The power of money, boy. It also reminds me of that Black Mirror episodes. Oh, dogs. Well, if you want a good series about the future, the internet, and all those things, watch Black Mirror, bro. That shit. I didn't even watch it myself. I've been looking at a lot of YouTube clips, you know what I'm saying? And like, just from the clips I've seen, not even the series, just the clips alone, I'm like, whoa, okay. Okay, this is probably our future. It's probably not even our future, probably right now.
A mass crime that we've seen with our eyes in 4K. Also, why are we seeing this in 4K? I don't know. The nature of everything being on stream is just bothering me, and I can understand why these people have burnout, because then they have an audience that doesn't believe them, so then they have to justify them, which kind of backs what, Quinn Blackwell was saying a little bit. I see it. I think there are some positives going into 2026, though. I think that we've weeded out a lot of the people that came into the space and really didn't want to do anything positive, just saw it as a quick money grab. A lot of people picked up phones because they saw streaming and content creation as some sort of fad, but ultimately are realizing that, hey, this is something that takes much more effort that I'm willing to put in, and I don't want to slut out the space. Think about every single streamer that was popping or had some clout or had some traction this year that is just not here at the end of the year. Funny Mike. No, he's probably going through some legal stuff, but for real though, there's a lot of people who picked up streaming and have stopped because they're just not getting the views off. I also do think IRL streaming won't be a mainstay going forward. Bruce Dropomoff and Soluminati had some very good words about IRL streaming. It was dumb and people were making it dumb because they were just flexing and trying to keep up with people, and it was never meant to last based off how these people were doing it.
It's becoming harder and harder for niggas to become streamers because all y'all think y'all need to be doing IRLs. Y'all all trying to be like these niggas at the top. You got motherfuckers talking about desktop streaming is dying. How is that even fucking possible? It's not even possible. It's just the niggas you watching. You knew and you already thinking you need to be doing IRLs, nigga. You are a fucking bot. You're gonna fall off. Bro, the IRL streaming shit is so overstimulated, so oversaturated. All you see is scripts now.
Niggas is tired of seeing niggas just overly showing shit that they don't have that they can't relate to. We can't relate to you niggas no more. We can't.
A lot of ghost loobies out there in the streaming world. A lot of ghost loobies. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say.
Y'all streaming on yachts and shit. There's a nigga that want to stream from his bathtub to pretend that he on the yacht right now. Listen, bro. You don't gotta do that.
And last but certainly not least, I think that people are getting away from the always on nature of content creation. I've seen more streamers take more breaks. The breaks between marathon streams is becoming greater. The breaks in just streaming in general is becoming greater. I know it may mean some effects to the pockets, but if there's a quality difference and from your content as a whole, from your life as a whole, I think a lot of streamers are gonna get into that now because they're just seeing that I can't always be on. It's really not healthy. And at the
Not even that. I hope that they do that. Because, guys, there's many reasons why you should do that. A, it's good for the community, right? If PewDiePie and Mr. Beast were making videos every day, nobody would come and watch here. Maybe they would. Maybe, you know what? Fine. Maybe they would. However, when it comes to streaming, it's worse because, ayo, they stream for like 8 hours minimum, and nobody got time to be going to look for your videos or going to look for your stream because they're busy watching their favorite streamer, bro. I wouldn't fault them for it too. I'm saying I'll do the same thing. I'm not gonna lie to you, right? And now, if they do take breaks, is good for their health. It's good for the community because people get to give the viewers a chance to watch other people and find new other people that they might like, or they might like the content. Now they have variety in their watching list. I'm saying in their appetite. Besides that, it's also good that they can actually start looking for other ways to make money. Streaming, YouTube, TikTok, it's not the only way to make money. If you are an influencer, it's not the only way, bro. You can do other things to make more money. I'll be honest with you, those other things could be a little bit slow. Fine, brother, fine. But if you're really worried about your pocket, do other things. Diversify your portfolio. So if it's not the money, it's like what? So you just want to hurt yourself because of what? So people can see that you're still relevant. Brother, you're always going to be relevant. Look at Illuminati. Oki was gone for 4 years, came back for only 2 months. And in those 2 months, was it 2 months? In those 2 months, people were going crazy. People were like, he's back. Not even that. Also, Kenshin. Kenshin was gone for long, bro. Came back. Nigga didn't even do that many videos. I'll be honest with you. Didn't do those many videos. And every single time he made a video, people watched. People were locked in. They wanted to see what's going on. So, for the big YouTubers, bro. For the big whatevers. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with taking a break. Take a break. Really do take a break. Because if you don't take a break, you're gonna start ending up like who's this lady that used to sing, man? Who's this Madonna? Was it Madonna or something? I can't remember who. This chick that basically crashed out because they were overworking her. Or you're gonna be basically a Korean K-pop artist. Those little kids are treated like, you know what I'm saying? They're treated like ass, bro. So come on, guys. And what's that you're doing it to yourself because you're like your own bosses? Like what? Well, at least they will understand. They got managers and labels and rushing them, trying to, you know, diminish their health. But you doing that to yourself. Why? Hey, bro. But hey, what do you all think? Besides that, thanks for watching the rest of the video. Thanks for chilling with your own. Comment, like, subscribe. And until next time, I've been the Lost Owen. We out.